It's the 10th of May, and this is your Monday Microdose. Hello there, friends. Welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing well. Got a couple things rattling around in my noggin right now, and it has to do with this bike boom that we're going through, and if it is actually a boom. And also, how does it compare to the bike boom that we went through in the 70s? I say we because I was alive in the 70s, although I was not at an age where I really understood what was going on. The bike boom in the 70s, it's often talked about in correlation with the oil embargo and the gas shortages. There was another component to that, and that was that Dwight D. Eisenhower, had a heart attack, and his doctor prescribed cardio and told him he should ride a bike. So that, coupled with the gas shortages, kind of led to adults buying bikes in record numbers. That boom lasted about 3.5 years and then just vanished. And unlike today, that boom broke down at the retail level. There were plenty of bikes to go around, but they just couldn't get them built fast enough. It was also different from the standpoint of dealers having more options. I think unless you were a Schwinn dealer, you might have had 3, 4, sometimes even 6 lines, 6 brands that you could pull from. There's stories about dealers ordering containers of bicycles from other countries just to satisfy their customers. Now, I have to think that importing then was maybe a little bit easier than it is now. But I don't know. What's going on now is what some people are calling a surge. They don't think it's a boom at all. They think it's a sales surge, and it obviously has broken down at the manufacturing level. And this too shall end at some point. And the question is, is it going to end all at once like it did in the 70s? Or, is it going to kind of fade away, trickle out? The things that have made this more challenging, dealers in large part don't have multiple brands to pull from. They may have 2 or 3. And every brand is kind of dealing with the same manufacturing problems. The other thing that happened in the early 2000s is that brands wanted you to really focus on their brand. They didn't want you, having your hands in a lot of different baskets. I remember distinctly in the early 2000s, being in Madison, Wisconsin at Trek World and having John Burke, who's the president of Trek, telling us to put all of our eggs in his basket. And, let us handle your inventory. Don't worry about having 90 days worth of inventory in your store. Just have 30 days worth of inventory. And, it certainly took some pressure off the dealers at that time. And I think, since I've been out of that big brand game, things have certainly changed. But it certainly isn't helping right now when the brand that you've committed to and have been loyal to for all these years can't provide you with the product. Not only can they not provide you with it, they can't tell you when they can provide you with it. So that's obviously, an issue. The other thing that's going on is, I've talked about this before. Trek and Specialized are both buying up dealers at a pretty furious rate. There's a big store a couple hours north of me in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Trek just bought that store. And they were, I can say now, a pretty top-tier salsa dealer as well as a Trek dealer. They sold a lot of salsas. And you know who's not going to be a salsa dealer anymore? That store in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're moving toward, really vertical bike shops where the brand owns the store, and that store has that brand bike, that brand accessory, that brand shoe, that brand's clothing, and not much of anything else. Weird times. Retail is certainly going to look different post-COVID. And I think that in 10 years' time, you're going to see a lot of brand-owned stores, and you're probably going to see a lot more stores like mine. Very small, very nimble, carrying a very specific kind of maybe even niche product selection. That they're going to have not only an in-store presence, but a robust online presence. I do think it is a sales surge, and I do think, it's not going to last forever. People are going to get tired of waiting. And I just hope, and I've said this before as well, that if 25% of the people that have bought bikes in the last 12 or 15 months continue to ride, ultimately I think that's better for everyone. It's just going to make it a lot easier to advocate for more access, not only trail access, but access to streets. That's just what's been bumping around. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. I hope you all have a great week. If you've got that notification bell rung and you're watching on Monday morning, thank you. Make the most of the day. Shall we? Until next time, be nice, work hard, ride bikes, play music when you can. I'll talk to you soon.